Your kidneys are truly remarkable organs, performing a highly sophisticated detoxification process every single second of the day. Many people mistakenly compare the kidney to a simple mechanical oil filter in a car, but its biological reality is infinitely more complex. Beyond merely straining out waste products, healthy kidneys possess the incredible ability to selectively eliminate dangerous cellular toxins while actively reabsorbing vital nutrients, proteins, and electrolytes back into your bloodstream. However, when this intricate biological balance is compromised, your body experiences a dangerous internal reversal. Instead of retaining essential nutrients, your damaged filters begin losing them, while toxic metabolic waste products fail to escape. This failure causes toxic debris to back up heavily into your deep tissues. Tonight, we will explore the 7 vital warning signs of a toxic kidney, providing you with simple, clear, and essential knowledge to protect your long-term vitality. Recognizing the earliest physiological indicators of kidney toxicity can prevent severe long-term organ damage. One of the most common early warning signs is a persistent, strange metallic taste developing inside your mouth. This unusual sensation occurs because nitrogenous waste products, which are normally excreted cleanly through your urine, are failing to escape and are backing up into your saliva pathways. Alongside this metallic taste, individuals frequently experience intense, unexplained skin itchiness across their entire body caused by toxic uremic toxins accumulating directly beneath the dermal layers. Furthermore, you might notice your breath developing a sharp, distinct aroma resembling pure ammonia. This chemical breath is a direct biological cry for help, showing that your internal filtration system is struggling severely to process daily protein byproducts and requires immediate lifestyle adjustments before full vascular complications begin to arise. As kidney toxicity progresses from the early stages into more advanced phases, the physical warning signs become highly visible throughout your lower extremities. A classic late-stage indicator is the development of pitting edema, which manifests as noticeable swelling in your lower legs, ankles, and feet. When you firmly press your finger into this swollen tissue, it leaves a distinct, long-lasting indentation or dent rather than snapping back instantly. This retention of fluid occurs because the kidneys work in close biological harmony with your liver to regulate total blood volume and fluid balance. When your nephrons lose their filtering efficiency, excess water and sodium accumulate heavily in your dependent tissues due to gravity. Spotting this heavy low body fluid retention serves as a powerful warning that your internal biological filters are severely overloaded and failing to clear daily waste. Fluid retention caused by toxic kidneys does not limit itself to your lower extremities. It also manifests prominently around your facial tissues. Individuals frequently notice swollen, puffy bags developing directly underneath their eyes, a distinct indicator that the renal system is failing to eliminate daily fluid volume. Even more shocking is a late-stage metabolic symptom known as uremic frost, when your internal filtering units cannot eliminate highly concentrated urea and uric acid from the bloodstream. Your body desperately attempts to push these waste products out through your sweat glands. As the sweat evaporates, it leaves behind fine, powdery white specks resembling real winter frost directly on your skin, typically accumulating around your scalp or forehead. This visible white accumulation is a clear sign that dangerous metabolic waste is dangerously backing up throughout your entire biological network. Another incredibly common and dangerous warning sign of kidney toxicity is chronic high blood pressure. To understand this mechanism, imagine your kidney as a dense network made of millions of tiny filtering units called glomeruli. When these delicate structures become damaged and inflamed by toxins, they naturally inhibit normal blood flow through the organ. This restriction creates severe back pressure throughout your entire circulatory system. Unfortunately, this elevated pressure creates a highly destructive vicious cycle. Excessive physical force hitting the fragile glomeruli acts exactly like pumping high-pressure water through a delicate household water filter, physically tearing the filtering mechanism apart over time. Inside each of your kidneys, A million glomeruli continuously perform the exhausting work of filtering and recycling vital nutrients, ensuring your body does not waste essential vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. However, when these filters become toxic, you will experience overwhelming chronic exhaustion. This profound fatigue is driven by urea, a major protein waste product that builds up dangerously in the blood when filtration fails, leaving you feeling entirely drained of energy. Alongside this crushing exhaustion, a routine urine test will reveal large amounts of protein leakage. When your microscopic filters are healthy, their openings are small enough to keep large protein molecules inside the blood. Large amounts of protein escaping into your urine mean that physical holes have developed across your damaged filtering walls, allowing vital structural nutrients to drain out completely. The sixth critical warning sign of kidney toxicity involves the development of highly acidic urine, representing a severe disruption in your body's pH balance. Healthy kidneys maintain fluid balance partly by using ammonia, which is a highly alkaline compound, to buffer excess acids. When your filtering units become damaged, ammonia builds up abnormally in certain areas while depleting in others, throwing off your internal regulatory mechanisms. For individuals managing uncontrolled blood sugars, this acidic shift can become incredibly severe, potentially leading to a critical metabolic state known as ketoacidosis. It is vital to note that diabetic ketoacidosis is a highly dangerous medical emergency caused by a total lack of insulin, which is completely different from nutritional ketosis, the safe state achieved when you consciously modify your diet to burn clean fats for daily energy. Our seventh vital warning sign is a chronic, severe deficiency in active vitamin D. Your kidneys and liver work together to process this critical nutrient. Specifically, healthy kidneys perform the first essential conversion step that transforms inactive vitamin D into its biologically active form. When your filtration tissues are toxic and damaged, this vital chemical conversion is blocked completely. As a result, you will experience a severe vitamin D deficiency regardless of how many supplements you take or how much sunlight you receive. This internal block triggers a subsequent drop in calcium absorption, causing a cascade of metabolic problems throughout your body. Without active vitamin D to guide it, calcium cannot reach your skeletal structures, leaving your blood vessels vulnerable to abnormal mineral deposits and setting the stage for systemic health complications. Now that we understand the 7 warning signs, we must look at the primary causes of kidney damage, and hands down, the absolute number 1 cause is diabetes. Specifically, having high levels of glucose continuously flowing through your bloodstream is catastrophic for your filtration tissues. Experiencing excessive glucose levels inside your kidneys is exactly like taking rough steel wool or harsh sandpaper and aggressively rubbing the delicate internal walls of your organ every single day. This abrasive action completely destroys the fragile filtering tissue over time. The kidney is one of 4 primary body tissues that are completely devastated by chronic high glucose levels. The other 3 highly vulnerable networks are your cardiovascular blood vessels, your deep brain nerves, and the delicate optical pathways inside your eyes, making blood sugar control your absolute top health priority. To understand how easily modern diets destroy your kidneys, we can analyze the biological reality of normal blood sugar levels. In a healthy adult, a normal fasting blood sugar reading is roughly 80 milligrams per deciliter. But what does this number 80 actually mean in physical terms? Remarkably, it represents a total of only 4 grams of glucose circulating throughout your entire bloodstream, which is equal to exactly 1 single teaspoon of sugar. However, the average modern individual consumes well over 15 or 20 teaspoons of refined sugar every single day. Initially, this massive excess does not show up as abnormal on standard blood tests because your body works incredibly hard to pump the hormone insulin, driving the dangerous sugar out of your blood vessels and forcing it into other internal tissues to prevent immediate arterial damage. When your body continuously forces excess sugar out of the bloodstream to protect your arteries, A massive amount of that glucose load is pushed directly into your urinary pathways, leading to sugar leaking into the urine. This excessive glucose exposure acts exactly like a burning blowtorch held directly against your delicate kidney filters. It triggers intense local oxidation, creates severe cellular inflammation, and inflicts structural tissue damage that gradually destroys the nephrons. It is truly amazing that the human body can survive and adapt as well as it does given the extreme quantities of sugar the average modern individual consumes. Because diabetes stands as the primary root cause of filtration failure, high blood pressure quickly follows as the second leading cause, as chronic glucose exposure hardens the arterial walls and permanently destroys their natural elasticity. This relationship between high blood sugar, vascular hardening, and filtration damage creates a dangerous, interconnected internal circuit where one health complication continuously drives another. For instance, a lack of active vitamin D caused by initial kidney irritation weakens your arterial walls, increasing blood pressure. Simultaneously, a severe deficiency in protective minerals like potassium worsens vascular stiffness, fueling both high blood pressure and diabetic complications. Beyond these lifestyle-driven causes, less common factors include polycystic kidney disease, a genetic condition where fluid-filled cysts gradually develop and crowd out healthy nephrons, often triggered when the internal environment becomes highly toxic. Furthermore, glomerulonephritis represents direct inflammation of your tiny filtering units. What primary factor drives this destructive glomerular inflammation? If you guessed excessive blood glucose and insulin resistance, you are completely correct. Understanding how to protect your filtration system requires clarifying a major medical misunderstanding regarding potassium intake. If an individual has progressed to end-stage renal failure, their damaged kidneys can no longer excrete minerals properly. In that specific advanced medical state, doctors must strictly limit dietary potassium and phosphorus to avoid dangerous accumulations. However, if you do not have end-stage failure and your goal is to actively prevent kidney damage, consuming high potassium foods is one of the most protective actions you can take. Potassium acts as a natural vascular relaxant, lowering arterial pressure and shielding your glomeruli from physical force. Restricting this essential mineral prematurely due to overapplied fear deprives your body of a primary defense mechanism, potentially accelerating the very vascular decline you are trying to avoid. When early kidney irritation disrupts your active vitamin D production, it triggers a dangerous breakdown in your body's calcium transportation mechanism. Without active vitamin D to serve as a biological guide, your intestines cannot absorb calcium efficiently, and your body cannot direct the mineral into your bones. Consequently, free calcium begins floating aimlessly through your bloodstream, building up dangerously inside your soft tissues. This misdirected mineral accumulation leads to severe calcification inside your major arteries, accelerates atherosclerosis, and forms painful calcium oxalate stones directly within your kidney pathways. Calcium can even accumulate inside your eyes or settle into your deep nerve networks, causing painful neuritis. Restoring your filtration health requires using specific targeted whole foods that naturally calm inflammation, clear metabolic waste, and restore proper mineral pathways throughout your entire system. When selecting the best foods to prevent kidney damage, fresh leafy greens stand out as your absolute best dietary choice among these protective options. Fresh asparagus is exceptionally powerful for long-term urinary care. Asparagus contains unique plant compounds that actively help your body detoxify and eliminate built-up uric acid from the bloodstream. By accelerating the clearance of this specific waste product, asparagus prevents the crystallization that leads to painful joint gout and internal stone formation. Additionally, it acts as a mild, completely natural diuretic that encourages smooth fluid flow without placing structural strain on your delicate nephrons. Incorporating this vibrant green vegetable into your weekly meals provides your filtration pathways with deep antioxidant coverage, helping flush out accumulated metabolic debris while keeping your internal systems clean and balanced. Alongside asparagus, incorporating kale and celery into your daily routine offers immense protective benefits for your filtering organs. Kale is loaded with a broad spectrum of powerful phytonutrients and active antioxidants that shield renal tissues from oxidative stress and slow the progression of chronic disease. Celery contains unique mineral compounds that gently flush out toxins while supporting healthy fluid balance. Drinking pure, organic celery juice periodically is an exceptionally effective way to clear metabolic waste from your kidneys. If you frequently experience swollen, puffy bags underneath your eyes, you will notice they tend to clear up remarkably fast once you consume a good amount of fresh celery. This simple addition helps clear systemic edema while providing excellent structural support for your microscopic internal filtering capillaries. If an individual experiences mild weakness in their urinary tract, consuming fresh celery every single day, either alongside their final meal or slightly later in the evening, can produce profound health shifts. Beyond clearing stubborn edema in both your lower ankles and underneath your eyes, celery contains natural compounds that calm your nervous system, helping you transition into a deep, restful sleep. If you are excited to try these natural lifestyle hacks to restore your energy and sleep, please take a quick moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment below. We read every single comment from our growing community. Now, let us examine the best protein sources to support your tissue health without overloading your filters. When managing kidney health, the quality and total amount of protein you consume play a critical role. Fresh fish, clean seafood, and high-quality, organic, grass-fed meats represent your absolute best protein options. However, you must completely avoid the trap of consuming an excessively high-protein diet, as processing huge amounts of amino acids generates high volumes of urea that strain weakened nephrons. Instead, aim for a moderate protein intake, which translates to roughly 3 to 7 ounces of high-quality protein per meal depending on your body size. Completely avoiding low-quality, factory-farmed meats is highly important. Stepping up the purity of your food protects your internal pathways from synthetic growth hormones and antibiotic residues that accumulate in your bloodstream and place an unnecessary chemical burden on your delicate filtering units. While high blood glucose from poor dietary choices heavily destroys your filtration tissue, popular pharmaceutical drugs and over-the-counter medications represent another massive source of kidney damage. Many different routine medications carry severe side effects that directly harm renal cells. Because your kidneys are constantly filtering your entire blood volume, every chemical medication you ingest ultimately ends up passing through these delicate organs. Regularly exposing your internal tissues to harsh chemical drugs triggers chronic cellular inflammation and physical scarring over time. Protecting your filters requires working closely with your care team to reduce unnecessary chemical dependency. Additionally, it is highly recommended to seek out organic whole foods grown completely without synthetic pesticides or chemical herbicides, and to strictly avoid non-organic coffee due to the heavy agricultural chemical sprays common in conventional coffee farming. Many individuals diagnosed with early kidney issues are immediately placed on an extremely strict, low-sodium diet. Consequently, they often completely eliminate all salt from their daily meals. While lowering refined table salt can help blood pressure, cutting out high-quality sodium entirely often leads to an unexpected health trap. A total lack of essential sodium minerals can cause your muscles to become profoundly weak, leaving you feeling chronically lethargic, tired, and completely drained of physical stamina all day long. Your body requires a foundational balance of natural sodium to conduct electrical nerve signals and maintain healthy muscle contractions. Avoiding all salt completely disrupts this delicate cellular electricity, compounding the fatigue caused by built-up urea and making it much harder for your body to maintain normal daily physical activity levels. Fortunately, there is an exceptional, natural solution that allows you to support your cellular electricity without overloading your system with excessive sodium. While standard refined table salt is nearly 100% pure sodium chloride, and traditional unrefined sea salts contain roughly 95% sodium, there is a rare variety called Bar Gold sea salt. This specific unrefined salt contains only 70% sodium while delivering a broad spectrum of over 90 different natural trace minerals. It is naturally packed with high levels of protective potassium and highly bioavailable magnesium. Using this mineral-rich salt on your food provides a delicious flavor profile while supporting your vascular pathways and cellular balance, making it an excellent option for protecting your kidneys without exposing your blood vessels to heavy sodium spikes. While avoiding highly refined junk foods and high-sugar items is essential for saving your nephrons, you must also be aware that certain highly popular health foods can be dangerous for individuals with weakened kidneys due to oxalates. Oxalates are naturally occurring plant compounds that possess a strong chemical affinity for calcium. When high concentrations of oxalates enter your urinary pathways, they bind firmly with free calcium ions to form sharp, hard oxalate stones. These jagged mineral stones inflict direct physical damage onto the delicate internal linings of your kidney tubes, triggering localized inflammation, bleeding, and severe pain. If your blood tests show early signs of filtration strain, managing your intake of high oxalate plants is a critical preventive strategy to protect your remaining healthy filtration tissue from mechanical scarring. To actively prevent the formation of painful oxalate stones, there are several common foods you should strictly limit or completely avoid if your kidneys are compromised. The most significant high oxalate offenders include fresh spinach, raw almonds, kiwi fruit, and beet leaves. Additionally, conventional beans and refined grains contain moderate to high amounts of these binding compounds. Many health-conscious individuals consume massive green smoothies packed with raw spinach and almond milk daily, unknowingly flooding their urinary tracts with extreme oxalate loads that strain their filtering units. Swapping these specific items for low-oxalate greens like kale, leaf lettuce, or asparagus protects your pathways from mineral crystallization while still providing excellent antioxidant coverage for your entire biological system. Managing your total daily fluid volume is another vital piece of long-term kidney care, especially if you want to prevent mineral concentration and stone development. If your blood markers indicate early kidney tissue irritation, it is highly recommended to consume at least 2.5 liters of pure fluid every single day. Maintaining this consistent volume ensures your urine remains highly diluted, making it chemically impossible for free calcium and oxalates to bind together and crystallize into painful blockages. Enhancing this pure water with fresh citrus slices provides natural citrates that encourage an alkaline urinary environment, offering an extra layer of protection. However, always remember that if you have progressed to advanced end-stage failure with fluid restrictions, you must strictly follow your care team's specific customized hydration guidelines. Beyond strategic hydration and making careful vegetable choices, incorporating targeted glandular and herbal support can offer exceptional results for damaged kidney tissues. In clinical practice, utilizing high-quality natural extracts designed to supply specific organ-supporting vitamins, minerals, and matching plant compounds helps calm tissue inflammation and encourages deep cellular repair. Providing your overworked nephrons with targeted nutritional raw materials allows them to function at their highest biological capacity, stabilizing your overall blood chemistry. Combining these specialized natural extracts with a clean, low-glycemic dietary lifestyle removes the abrasive blowtorch effect of excess sugar, giving your remaining filtering units the perfect environment to recover their vascular strength and protect your long-term vitality. To completely halt the devastating sandpaper effect that high blood glucose inflicts on your internal capillaries, transitioning to a healthy ketogenic dietary lifestyle is highly recommended. The healthy keto plan focuses on drastically reducing refined carbohydrates and sugars while emphasizing clean fats, moderate proteins, and abundant low-oxalate, mineral-rich vegetables. By removing the constant influx of excessive glucose from your daily meals, you stop the destructive cycles of advanced glycation end products and continuous insulin spikes. This profound metabolic shift lowers the workload on your overworked nephrons, encouraging vascular recovery and stabilizing blood pressure naturally. Adopting a clean, healthy keto lifestyle provides your entire body with a stable fuel source, shielding your delicate internal filtering networks from chronic metabolic strain. Designing a daily kidney protective menu is incredibly straightforward when you base your meals on unadulterated, low-glycemic whole foods. A perfect menu features moderate portions of clean organic proteins, such as wild-caught salmon or grass-fed beef, combined with generous servings of kidney-supportive vegetables like fresh celery, steamed asparagus, or organic kale. Season your dishes with trace mineral-rich unrefined sea salt to maintain cellular electricity without adding heavy sodium burdens. Complement your clean meals with at least 2.5 liters of pure water infused with fresh citrus slices to encourage an alkaline urinary environment that guards against stones. This clean, nutrient-dense approach removes industrial toxins, synthetic sugars, and harsh oxalates from your system, providing your 2 million nephrons with the clean environment they need to thrive. As you actively incorporate these kidney protective choices into your lifestyle, keeping a close eye on your objective biological markers ensures you remain safely on the path to long-term wellness. Scheduling a basic metabolic panel during your regular routine checkups delivers a transparent picture of your exact filtration numbers. This blood test monitors your creatinine levels, calculates your estimated glomerular filtration rate, and tracks your vital electrolytes, including sodium and potassium balance. Armed with this accurate personal data, you can tailor your whole food choices with perfect confidence, knowing that your clean, low-glycemic keto habits and strategic fluid intake are successfully shielding your delicate internal capillaries from structural scarring, reversing filtration system-wide longevity, and preserving. Your definitive recovery action plan starts today right inside your home. Begin by systematically reducing refined sugars, high glycemic carbohydrates, processed seed oils, commercial baked goods, sodas, and conventional grains. Replace these metabolic stressors with clean organic proteins, trace mineral-rich sea salt, low-oxalate leafy greens like kale and asparagus, and fresh celery juice to sweep out accumulated waste. Maintain a consistent daily fluid intake of 2.5 liters mixed with fresh citrus citrates. Thank you so much for joining our educational journey tonight. If you are inspired to take proactive control of your internal filtering networks, please click like, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment below letting us know which warning sign you noticed first. Take positive daily steps. Check out our next healthy keto step-by-step videos and guard your amazing biological filters forever.